I try to consider your first impression as you come up the drive. It had to look right from every vantage point. You start with this germ of an idea. It's a flat drawing, and then the three-dimensionality takes over. There's I think, a constant struggle between the artistic and the practicality of actually producing the piece. These large-scale pieces, these are my art.
For years, the Circle Drive in front of Minnetrista Cultural Center offered a perfect spot for a significant piece of public art. But finding the right artwork to fill that space would take some time.
It sat idle for almost 20 years. My goal was to wait until we had someone like Virginia interested in this to do the right sculpture at the right time at the right place.
Local philanthropist Virginia B. Ball began searching for artists several years after Minnetrista first opened. She hoped to find an artist whose work would both honor her husband, Edmund F. Ball, and inspire the Muncie community she called home. Virginia visited artists all over the country before discovering Indiana native Beverly Stucker Precious.
So what we were looking for was someone who could take a great idea and then follow it through to completion and work on a schedule. He was an Indiana artist. He worked with metal and steel. She worked with glass.
It needed to be significant. It needed to be, it needed to fit the site. And because of the fact that it's a piece that's a tribute, you know, it needs to be a significant tribute.
After researching the life and achievements of Edmund F. Ball, Beverly set to work designing Catalyst, Virginia's final gift to Minnetrista and the community. Months before the dedication day, Beverly began constructing Catalyst in an Indianapolis warehouse with a team of metal fabricators.
I was going to retire in '04, May of '04, but I knew Bev had this coming up, and I just wanted to do this for her.
Bev is just a peach of a person to work with. I mean, she's excitable but reasonable, and I get a kick out of that because one minute she's da-da-da-da-da, and the next minute she's, darn, we got to get this done. We got to get this done.
So we're going to have lunch and then do it right after lunch.
Are you leaving it hanging like this? Because I'm not happy about leaving it hanging like this.
No, we'll set it down. Go ahead and set it down.
And then the next minute she's all smiles and everything's going great. It's just wonderful. She's just a very, very nice person to work with.
I like to do it, make it like she wants it, and I want to please her, and I'm perfectionist probably, when it comes to stuff like that. And I think we have a good relationship, and as friends, yeah.
I can't imagine anybody that would do a better job than he does.
Take the tape measure over to the maquette, and then, okay, what does that equal? I'll go over to the steel and I'll cut it, put it in place. And, I guess the word is genius.
Catalyst features 3 materials: steel, limestone, and dichroic glass.
Everything has to be coordinated between stone and steel and glass, and there's just a lot of coordination there.
All the stone in the sculpture is Indiana limestone, quarried in Bloomington.
The stone is just a neat thing to work with. It's just one of those, it's not like concrete where you just slop it out of a truck and it's all messy and stuff. This is, God's creation here. It's neat stuff.
The special glass in Catalyst is called dichroic glass. Using large vacuum chambers in a highly scientific process, engineers coat ordinary plate glass with a thin metallic material, which gives the glass an iridescent look.
I like the interaction of the materials together. The glass reflects on the steel reflects back on the glass. There's a lot of interaction there. And then the whole shiny glitziness gets cut by the dullness of the limestone.
Right here. I want him right facing that ladder right there. You guys gonna sweep out under there?
And once you set a dedication date, you have key people coming. You have to stick to that date, and you do something like this within, 6 months. It's unbelievable.
Drill it right there and put it on that line there and drill out.
It always gets right down to crunch time at the end. I really expect a whirlwind for the next 5 weeks.
Just wanted to finish the project, without stopping, without collapsing.
I don't expect to get much sleep.
When the sculpture was finally completed in the warehouse, it was time to make the trek from Indianapolis to Muncie.
To see it go down the highway and on trucks and these gigantic abstract figures should be interesting.
I really was. Just glad to get it there, in one piece.
And so there'll be all the preparation of getting ready to set the steel up. That's better. It helped to put that in. That's where I had to leave, or they would still be out there trying to pick it up. Me saying, no, it's flexing, lay it back down.
Johnny, you go swing that way. The strap could have broke, or it hit something hard enough, it maybe cracked the glass or something like that.
That was probably the worst, I'd say.
Right, all you gotta do is get that right.
You just take your time, work your way in with the cranes, a little bit at a time. You get all right. You'll be all right. Let's kind of swing that way a little bit.
It's designed to be rigid once it's in the sculpture, but, picking it up is surprisingly flexible.
I was relieved it was done and it was in, and everybody seemed to enjoy it, and it was interested in it. I just wanted to quit, work after that was over with.
Minnetrista's mission today focuses on sharing and celebrating our region's natural and cultural heritage. Now, this remarkable sculpture becomes the center symbol for this important mission.
Daily we have watched the sculptor, the fabricator and his associates, and the engineer overseeing the project bring this artist's ideas to a living, exciting, inspiring memorial to two great people.
I hope this beautiful and unique expression will be a constant reminder of my parents' devotion to this community, and perhaps it will serve to remind, inspire, and encourage all of you that you too may facilitate positive change by following their lead and being a catalyst in your own right.
I've been bringing my daughter to volunteer at Minnetrista, and she was talking to me about how they would come out at different times of the day and look at it, and the light would hit it in different ways and refract through the glass, and it would look different from the time they came in the morning until the time they would leave in the afternoon.
Well, I think it's probably one of the neatest things I've seen around here.
The time and work is obvious in the relationship from one piece to another. The piece works beautifully, and I think it's a beautiful additive to the community.
I like how they put the designs on the metal and how the stained glass, you can see the light through it. It looks really pretty.
The colors of the structure was just absolutely beautiful, and then when you see it at night, there's just different colors, and it's an absolutely beautiful piece.
I've built quite a few things. It's pretty impressive. The smokestacks, big, smokestacks and stuff, But I think this really ranks the top. I think it's a class above.
I think it's global, it's futuristic, it's modern, it speaks to everything that you want a sculpture to speak to. Perfect.
pull that last piece of tape off with a flashlight the day before the dedication. I think that's the best part, is just when it's done and it's up, and you can look at it and know you've done something.
Through years of planning and months of construction, limestone, steel, and glass were molded into an enduring tribute to a family, a devoted couple, and an ideal, saying in shape, color, and form what cannot be expressed in words.